Welcome to Palmer Scholars' annual Stand Up and Cheer, Transforming Dreams, a Toast to New Beginnings. Yeah, that deserves a cheer. Welcome. Presented by Alaska Airlines, Clover Park Technical College, Jerry McLaughlin, and Jay Ray. Well, good afternoon, everyone. You could say it back. Yes, good afternoon. There we go. It is with great pleasure that we gather here today for the Palmer Scholars annual Stand Up and Cheer event. I'm honored to welcome each and every one of you to this celebration of transformation, inspiration, and new beginnings. Today we come together to dedicate this hour to the incredible journey of Palmer Scholars. It's about you, our scholars, from high school to college, and even our esteemed alumni. We extend a warm welcome to all of our current Palmer Scholars, whether you're a part of our Legacy or Pathways programs. Throughout this hour, we will honor your achievements, celebrate your successes, and ignite the flame of hope for future scholars. My name is Christina Turner. In my 9-to-5 role, I get the honor of serving as the Social Responsibility Manager at Tacoma Public Utilities. Shout out TPU. And it's also my privilege today to serve as your Mistress of Ceremonies for this extraordinary event. Before we proceed, though, we'd like to acknowledge the elected officials with us today, and we'd also like to acknowledge the candidates running for office. So if you are an elected official, or if you are running for office today, please stand so we can acknowledge you at this time. Thank you very much. Your support and dedication to education and workforce development are truly appreciated. Today we learned Tacoma City Councilwoman Catherine Ushka passed away. We are truly devastated at this news, and we'd like to hold a moment in her memory and in her honor. So could you please join me in a moment of silence right now for Councilwoman Catherine Ushka. Thank you very much. Our thoughts and prayers go out to her family and her loved ones. This event also, though, would not be possible without our sponsors. So, we'd like to recognize our sponsors at the presenting level: Alaska Airlines, Clover Park Technical College, Jerry McLaughlin, and Jay Ray. How about a round of applause for our presenting sponsors? And we have quite a few partner sponsors: the Don Rupp Craft Scholarship, DP&C, Umpqua Bank, BCRA, Pediatrics Northwest, Molina Healthcare, Financial Insights, Workforce Central, Tacoma Public Utilities, Pierce County Community Engagement Task Force, Corsmo Construction, Thought Partner Solutions, Harborstone Credit Union, Denise Nicole Incorporated, Multicare, and Ribbit. How about a round of applause for all of our partner sponsors? And now on to our table sponsors. I mean, this is just amazing to see this level of support. We have quite a few here as well. Brian Burks, Steve Shane and Beverly Hatter, Morris Aldred, Tacoma Public Schools, Carol Kate Webster of Tacoma Rotary 8, Sharon Chambers Gordon and Raising Girls, Richard Sturgis of Tapco Credit Union, Willie Stewart of Kiwanis Club of Tacoma, Tamar Jackson, Workforce Central, Dr. Joyce Loveday, Clover Park Technical College, where we are today, right? Wonderful. Alicia Cunningham, Taproot Consulting. Male Car University Place in school district, Dan Powell Sunrise Rotary, and John Buffert Sound Transit. How about a round of applause for all of our table sponsors? So let's raise our glasses to the journey ahead, filled with endless opportunities and boundless possibilities, and boundless opportunities. Thank you all for being part of this special occasion. Let's make today a memorable celebration of dreams realized and new beginnings embraced. Cheers to Palmer Scholars. I would now like to introduce Palmer Scholar Jocelyn Pichardo to read our land and labor acknowledgement.
Palmer Scholars acknowledges that our work is carried out on and our office space is located within occupied Coast Salish land, specifically that of the Puyallup tribe of Indians. We pay respect to Coast Salish elders past and present and extend that respect to their descendants and to all indigenous people. To acknowledge this land is to recognize its longer history and our place in that history. It is to recognize these lands and waters and their significance for the peoples who lived and continue to live in this region, whose practices and spiritualities were and are tied to the land and the water, and whose lives continue to enrich and develop in relationship to the land, waters, and other inhabitants today. We also pause to recognize and acknowledge the labor upon which our country, state, and institutions are built. We remember that our country is built on the labor of enslaved people who were kidnapped and brought to the U.S. from the African continent and recognize the continued contribution of their survivors. We also acknowledge all immigrant labor, including voluntary, involuntary, trafficked, forced, and undocumented peoples who contributed to the building of the country and continue to serve within our labor force. We acknowledge all unpaid caregiving labor. To the people who contributed this immeasurable work and their descendants, we acknowledge their indelible mark on the spaces in which we operate today. It is our collective responsibility to critically interrogate these histories to repair harm and to honor, protect, and sustain this land.
I'm Victor Gamboa. I'm a 2013 Palmer Scholar.
So my name's Kamari Sharpley Reagan. I just finished Palmer Pathways last June.
At the beginning, it was all just because, the money, trying to pay for college. None of us really had the funds for that.
I didn't have any motivation, and they started showing me that I was capable of a lot more than what I was telling myself I was capable of. Coming into a program, my mom had just passed, I think it was 3 weeks before I joined the program. And there was a few times I definitely felt like quitting, but they made sure to keep my head on straight and just show me what I was working for.
I always knew that I would be in college. I was able to obtain a scholarship to Eastern Washington University. I was able to be a part of 3 conference championship teams. And that's why mentors are very important. Somebody who's gone through the dirt and figured it out and cleared the path for everybody else to come bring back the information.
I wasn't the only person in here who was going through struggles, who was struggling to pay rent, who was struggling to get it to class every day. But every one of the people that I joined the class with, they finished the class with me. That's because the mentors, the navigators, they were there, they were involved. Just investing the time, investing resources, investing anything you can into the younger generation helps, because now we feel like, hey, people believe in me. And it gives us that sense of self-belief as well and self-confidence.
I think community's huge. You never know what's going on in somebody's house. It's big when people step in and they try to play their role, whatever they can, to just kind of give motivation, give encouraging words, positive words. You can have money, all the cars, all the clothes, all that, all the girls or guys, but what really comes down to is who you are. And a community plays a big role in that, because Like say for Tacoma, all you see is certain things. You got 3 routes, and you better choose one, or it's nothing.
You gotta be an athlete, you can be a scholar and go to college, or you can go to the military. I was working within a week of leaving here. I've gotten to work on stores, houses, apartments, retirement homes. And when the apprenticeship is done, I'm gonna try to be the best foreman I can be. And I just wanna keep going.
Honestly, thank you to everybody who's been helping, sponsoring, and all that. And thank you to the future sponsors as well. I don't think you understand the impact that you have on the youth's lives, but it's great to see a bunch of people who actually do care and who understand the value of programs like this.
Nobody is not good enough to do anything. You just got to find what it is, and I feel like this program definitely helped me do that. It definitely changed my life.
What an excellent video. And now we'd like to welcome 2013 Palmer Legacy Scholar, Victor Gamboa. Please welcome him to the stage.
Hello, everybody. Obviously, I clean up nice. I had to get a cut. Well, I'm Victor Gamboa, 2013 Palmer Scholar. I was born in Parkland, Washington. Played football since 5th grade. Started with the Parkland Raiders, Keithley Colts. Then I went to Washington High School. After that, I was actually able to earn a partial scholarship to Eastern Washington, later earning a full ride within the next year. I am a 3-time conference champion. I also was able to obtain my Bachelor's of Business Administration. Thank you. As well as a minor in psychology. After college, I played in the Canadian Football League for 3 years. And right now, I'm a life insurance producer. And in the fall, I'm looking to be the defensive coordinator on Mercer Island High School. Thank you. 2 years ago, 2 weeks after being released from the BC Lions, I actually tore my ACL. But there was actually beauty in my injury. It actually forced me to stop and acknowledge my accomplishments and reflect on them, as well as reflect on my failures, things that I was ignoring in my pursuit for the accolades that I just spoke about. A lot of my journey I had to navigate on my own, no fault to anybody. But I found myself having to rely on my own instinct and my own judgment. And because of that, my story is riddled with successes and failures. When I was younger, my mom would tell me, we all have a path. However, depending on your decisions and your choices, when you get there is entirely up to you. This is why I believe mentorship is the most important aspect of the program. Having someone you can trust, someone who just gets it, someone who actually takes the time to get you. This past year, I was a certified behavioral technician in Seattle, where I was able to implement applied behavioral analysis. During my time, I actually realized the importance of creating good habits. Through my observations, it became apparent to me that behavior is really simple. Behavior is, it's like a tree, and it begins in the household. A mentor's job, in my eyes, is to be the bridge for children, to show them another way. My aim in life is to help people see the possibilities they can't by themselves, no matter the age. I do want to congratulate all the scholars, both legacy and pathways. I do pray that every day you choose to turn another page, keep reading the book, because that book will never get finished unless you read it. To everybody, I do hope that you recognize help whenever it presents itself, and never be afraid to ask for it when you find yourself in need. And then when failure comes knocking, stare it in its face, learn the lesson it's trying to teach you. And then seek understanding of yourself as well as your family, because even though I know some of us might hate it, they make you who you are. When I look at the new scholars as well as the staff here at Merle Palmer, I'm reassured that our program is in very good hands, and honestly, I'm ecstatic for what the future brings. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Victor. Excellent. As we continue to move the program along, I'd now like to introduce Palmer Scholars Interim Executive Director, Denise Nicole Franklin. How about a round of applause? Yeah.
I had to let that song play out because blessings is here, and I'm so grateful to be among all of you today. So thank you for being here. Tonight is a night of celebration, a night of recognition, and a night of profound gratitude. So if you see me crying, don't judge me. As we gather here, we're not only honoring the extraordinary achievements of our scholars, but paying tribute to the legacy of the remarkable Reverend Al Davis. Reverend Al Davis was not just a founding member of the R. Merle Palmer Scholarship Foundation. He was a beacon of hope, a champion, and educational equity. And he was an advocate for empowering young adults of Pierce County. His tireless efforts, dedication, and unwavering commitment have left an incredible mark on our community, a legacy that continues to inspire us all. It is with great pride and humility that we introduce the Reverend Al Davis Legacy Impact Awards, a fitting tribute to a man whose life's work, the essence of leadership, and service. These awards serve as a testament to his enduring legacy and the profound impact he has had. They honor individuals and organizations that mirror his values and principles, who have demonstrated exceptional dedication to advancing the mission of Palmer Scholars. Tonight, as we honor the Davis family, can you wave? Can you stand up? There you are. Thank you for being here. We express our deepest gratitude for your unwavering support and commitment to our cause. It is through their generosity and dedication that we are able to continue to bridge the gap between potential and opportunities for young adults of color in Pierce County. So, I awarded a lot of people with these awards, and my team was like, are you sure you want to do that many? So team, thank you for taking the time to bear with me. So the inaugural award, of course, goes to the Davis family. We're proud to carry that name. The Scholar Shaper Award for Palmer Pathways Pre-Apprenticeship goes to my dear friend and mentor, homegirl, and Christina Rupp. Please give it up for Christina Rupp. Okay, I'm gonna get through this because I know I'm on a time crunch. Ken McLaughlin also received that award, and he couldn't be with us tonight. The Reverend Al Davis Lifetime Impact Award goes out to Jonathan Jackson. The Sally Bowles Mentor of the Year is for Miss Carol Webster. Miss Carol, congratulations. So we have an amazing board of directors here at Palmer Scholars, and they are receiving the Unity Champion Award. We have board members that are leaving me. However, thank you for your 6 years of service to Marissa Rathbone, Crystal Harrison, Amalia Perez, and Steve Shane. The community partners, Reverend Al Davis Vanguard Award, celebrating your partnership, goes out to Workforce Central, Clover Park Technical College, Tacoma Public Utilities, the Multicultural Family, Child, and Hope Center, Hoffman Construction, Sound Transit, and Pacific Lutheran University. I would like to take a moment to just acknowledge the place that I'm at. My mother told me I would be on a stage like this one day, and I didn't believe her. When I was acting up and in them streets, she brought me to church. She brought me to Reverend Al Davis's church, and Mother Davis hired me in her child care center. So shout out to my mama. And I want to give another shout out to Pamela Dykstra, who was my high school homeroom teacher. She told me one day, she said, I came in from the weekend, I watched this movie on Lifetime called Homeless to Harvard, and I can't look at her. And it reminded me of you. And because she planted that seed in me, and if you would have known me back in the day, Pamela, I thank you for guiding me. But I went to Harvard in 2019 and completed coursework there. So I want to give a shout out to individuals that have supported my guidance during this interim executive director transition. Brooke, thank you. I see you back there. She's about to make me cry too. But Jonathan Jackson, while he couldn't be here with us tonight, he is in his new role taking a final because he's also a scholar. But he sends his love, his spirit, and his presence among all of us. Now to the facts. We have secured $521,500, which is 65% of our $800,000 goal. Thank you to our development team. Yet $278,000 remains. Let's unite, leverage our networks, and amplify our efforts with the determination we'll exceed our target, ensuring every young person has access to opportunities. Furthermore, our partnership with Sound Transit and Terrell will pave the way for an all-Indigenous pre-apprenticeship cohort, a testament to our ongoing efforts. You can clap for that. This is a testament to our ongoing efforts to foster inclusive and equitable pathways. So I want to say congratulations to some of our scholars, Jocelyn, Andy, who got a full ride scholarship to Yale, Ernest, who's everywhere right now in the community. But as we look ahead, we are poised for growth and expansion. With the support of partners like Clover Park Technical College, clap it up for them because this is their house. Let's give honor to where honor's due. We're moving into a larger space, offering more cohorts and accommodating a growing wait list of eager scholars. As we look ahead, I already read that, y'all. The Legacy Scholarship Program will soon welcome 40 incoming scholars. And our mentorship program thrives, pairing scholars to mentors. So all of you who came out to the Mentor Mingle, thank you. For those of you in the room who would like to be a mentor, please see Jessica Griffiths. Jessica, wave your hand. That's our Director of Scholar Experience. So I invite you all to join me in welcoming some of our scholars to the stage. I'm going to invite my girl Bez up. Come on, niece.
Hey guys. I know that food is sitting in y'all's stomach right now, huh? Okay. Well, I would like to say thank you to her for the opportunity that I am here talking to you guys about how I just recently graduated Palmer's Pathways Peer Apprenticeship Program. Pathways program has prepared me for my career in a sense where I'm determined and willingly committed to taking the next steps and to taking action to accomplish my goals and setting a firm foundation for my future. Being the only female in my cohort has not made me not only realize that in reality, as a woman, we are prone to always being set to a higher standard, as well as being misunderstood when it comes to our full physical potential in a man's workplace. Okay. I was also the first in my class to get hired in a construction company for flagging. That was a big comparison and a step forward from working at drive-thrus. And let me tell you, drive-thrus it's a job, okay? I'm thankful. But it was a step forward from working at drive-thrus for just a paycheck. But I always knew that there was something bigger for me than just drive-thrus. When the military didn't work out for me and was given the opportunity to get into construction, I knew that this was my kind of work field. I belonged in it, and I felt like what I had to bring to the table was worth more than just a 9-to-5 mindset. This proves that just as I found my voice during this program, I know that I can carry this in my life and my career. My goals is something that the Pathway program has helped me achieve. My goals is to be able to not only enjoy my career, but to love what I do as a career. I want to become a laborer and experience what a hands-on skilled worker is, and be able to take pride in my work, to set a root foundation for not only my future, but as well as my daughter. Thank you.
It is my pleasure and honor to introduce Alicia to the stage.
Hello, how's everybody tonight? Good? Awesome, awesome. Well, as you already know, my name is Alicia Payne. It's very nice to meet y'all. The Legacy program has supported me for my college goals in ways like helping me choose the right college, university, and I do plan on going to University of Washington. Yes. They brought guests to our meetings to help educate us, Palmer Scholars, about our personal finances and how to handle them wisely, because we all know that's very, very important, and especially in this economy. Yeah. Also promoting other scholarships to help financially provide for my college career goals to prevent high debt, and as well as giving us college experiences like visiting, such as the University of Washington, Tacoma, to learn more of its university. What having the Legacy Scholarship means to me is that I don't have to stress too much on getting money for my dormitory or having to worry about not having enough money for necessities like food. The scholarship also provides me with assurance that I have the financial support that I need to reach my career goals and not be bound to the thoughts of worry, but the motivation to surpass these obstacles and succeed onto the next chapter of life. Thank you.
All right. It's hard to come back up to the stage after hearing their testimonies without crying. This next honor is to my dream team. Can you stand up? Y'all know who you are. Palmer Scholars staff. Please give them an honor. Shout out to all of our scholar volunteers that are making this happen, as well as to Dukes Bay and Tony Carino for their sponsorship. Now, even from leadership on down, our board of directors have been by my side, and we're growing. So please, board of directors, stand up. Amalia just stepped out. Didn't they look so cute as babies? Thank you for truly transforming dreams. In conclusion, let us remember that tonight is not just a night about awards and accolades. It's about celebrating the power of education, workforce development, equity, the spirit of resilience, and transformative impact of leadership. As we continue on our collective journey, let us carry forward the legacy of Reverend Al Davis with pride, purpose, and unwavering determination. Thank you for all of you for coming to inspire, not only us, but one another. So I would like to invite up to the stage our board president, Amalia Perez, and president and President-elect Casey Woods. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing tonight? Or this afternoon, evening, I don't know what it is. It feels dark and classy in here, so. So my name is Amalia Perez. I work at the Multicultural Child and Family Hope Center during the day, doing a number of things. And then I also am a Palmer Board. I am the Palmer Board president, but I also was a Palmer alumni, which I think is most important. Yeah. I'm short, but not that short. So we have the honor of recognizing a couple of our board members who are outgoing. They have served 6 years and done a number of impactful things for not only the board and the operations, but for the community and for the reason why we're all here tonight, right? So it is my honor to first speak on Marissa Rathbone, who is our immediate past president. And so the first thing that I thought of when I was asked to speak on Marissa was the fact that she had called me to say, hey, you want to be the next board president? And I was like, what does that entail? And maybe, but maybe not. That's a lot of pressure. But one of my colleagues, and he's like a brother to me, he says always that pressure does one of two things. It either bursts pipes or produces diamonds. And so, Marissa, I just want to say, even though part of the time on the board together was during COVID, so we did a lot of virtual meetings and virtual impact, thank you so much for believing in me and for putting that kind of pressure on me to allow me to step into something I did not think that I would want to do. Not because I didn't think I was capable, but just because I hadn't been there before, right? And it's being on the board and being a board president, it's a title, it seems elite, it seems intimidating, and seems like there's a lot of pressure behind it, but I am so grateful to you in believing in me, a Palmer alumni who had no experience on a board or how to run Robert's Rules or all of that jazz, right? So thank you for just being a light to the organization and just great energy to the board and definitely a mentor to me personally and professionally.
Now I'm a little bit taller. There we go. All right, I have the privilege and honor of recognizing Crystal Harrison. My name is Casey Woods. I work at the City of Tacoma, and I serve as the Equity and Contracting and Workforce Programs Manager. Thank you. So Crystal, we want to recognize you today for your 6 years of outstanding service related to allyship, advocacy, and community impact while serving the Palmer Scholars Board and organization. During my time on the board, I've enjoyed working with you. I really appreciate just your dedication, even when you've had to commute from Seattle and still attend meetings. You've done so even if that meant joining us on the phone. You've still been very engaged, whether that meant reading applications, providing perspective with your law background for our scholars. It's been very much appreciated. Just your ability to encourage, to uplift, and to help our scholars know that they matter, that we're here for them, we're committed to their success. And I really thank you for the time and dedication that you've put into not only developing our scholars and seeing their futures bright, but also in supporting each of the board members as we move forward the work of the organization. So thank you.
And then last but not least, Steve Shane. I have the honor of recognizing you, sir, for more than 6 years of dedication and allyship and impact on Palmer Scholars. You were trying to recruit me as a Palmer Scholar when I was already a Palmer Scholar. And you've been dedicated to the work and the mission and the values of Palmer ever since. And so even from ever since, thank you so much for you walking alongside and having such a grit and passion for the agency, for the work, and for keeping true to the legacy that Merle, because I know you walked with him in the very beginnings, that he envisioned for what it is today. And it has grown and molded and merged into so many things, and I am excited that you and I have been able to see how it has evolved, and I thank you for your dedication to any part of the agency here and beyond, because I know you live and breathe Palmer Scholars. Yes. So thank you.
How about another round of applause for our board members at Palmer Scholars? It's a true commitment of service. We thank you so much. All right, we're going to find our space and keep the program moving. I'd now like to introduce our keynote speaker. Megan Matthews is the Assistant Director of Shared Power Design with the Office of Equity, pursuing equity and justice for all Washingtonians. She is committed to a lifelong journey of pursuing and living the values of equity and justice. Megan earned her master's degree in public administration from the Evergreen State College. She is certified as a pro-sci change management practitioner, a diversity professional, and a diversity executive. Megan co-taught a master's program at the Evergreen State College, emphasizing democratic governance and social change for current and future public administrators. She is passionate about social justice and ensuring fairness for everyone, especially the next generation that includes her daughters, nieces, and nephews. I feel that one. Please welcome Megan Matthews as your keynote speaker.
So I have to apologize because we gave you the wrong bio, an outdated one, not the wrong, but outdated one. My name is Megan Matthews. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm the director for Washington State's Office of Equity. And I was a Palmer Scholar. Yeah. So the Washington State Office of Equity exists to facilitate policy and systems change. What does that mean? Well, our office is here to make sure that the government improves on its processes, policies, and procedures to make better outcomes for everyone. Why is that necessary? Well, if you know anything about disparities, that means that there are differences on how people are treated. Our government, our state, our systems treat people differently. You have different outcomes depending on where you live, your zip code, your race, your gender, and a host of other things. That really serves to a means of your access to opportunities, resources, information. That's what the Office of Equity was established. We have one of our office sponsors here, Rep. Morgan, in 2020 to do, and I'm the second director of the office. This is really important for me to talk about this because we're all here today, many of us are here, donors and sponsors, because we're part of systems and we're trying to change systems that treat people differently because it's our youth. My story is one of access. So I graduated from Lincoln High School. I'm from Tacoma. You didn't know this? Yeah. So I graduated from Lincoln High School, And I forgot, Amelia, when you talked about Mr. Shane, I said that's a very Mr. Shane thing to do. For any of you who've had him, yes, he would have you sign up for things you've already been a part of and keep nagging at you to get your master's degree. I did do it, okay? But it's about access. And for me, I worked really hard. I had a 3.91 GPA in high school. I played volleyball and basketball. I worked, right? Because when you don't have a lot of resources when you're growing up, you got to work too to have the things that you want to have, the nice shoes, the nice clothes, be able to put gas in your car, if you have a car. And then I helped take care of my siblings because we know that we're a family of folks who everybody got to pitch into the family. And I wouldn't have went to college. I wouldn't, because I didn't know how to complete the FAFSA. I didn't know how to write college essays. I didn't know that you had to pay an application fee to apply to college. Now, what's that about? So I had a couple of teachers, Mr. Shane is one of them, and they helped me get the tuition fee waivers. That's access, right? That kids like me don't have. So when you talk about hard work, that is important. But we don't live in a meritocracy because your hard work isn't enough unless you're lucky, right? For the most part, you need help. You need access to information, knowledge, resources, and those opportunities. And so I say that because that's what our office is working to do, not alone. This is a team effort. So I played sports, so I'm really competitive. So I want Washington State to be first. I want to be a place where, right? Yeah. I want to be a place where like, I don't know what's going on over in that Washington State, but I like it over there. And we're like, okay, I guess you can come in too, right? A Washington for all. So today, we're here to do a small part to provide access for students who have worked hard to get where they are. They have done their part. Our part is to provide access through funds and mentorship. On our own, none of us can facilitate systems change, but we all must do our part and acknowledge the system as it is, right? When people are struggling, it's not their fault. Poverty is a lack of money. Everyone must have a true chance to have autonomy, that's choice, over their lives, to live, to love, be healthy, be fed, be housed, be safe, and so much more. So, and that's why I play Tupac, because if you heard, he says, you know, we got money for wars but can't feed the poor. It's hard to make $1 out of 15 cents, right? That's my age. That's my age right there, okay? So we all must do our part as part of a society, as part of this Washington community. In the Office of Equity, one of our values is an African term, Ubuntu. It means I am because you are. Together, I am because we are, sorry. So we are all, our destinies are linked. We don't exist through life individually. No matter what anybody else tells us, we need each other, and together we can. So we want to be here, and one of the students I loved it said, I belong, right? She said, I belong. And so we want a society where you belong because you are here, because you exist, not because of how much wealth or income you generate, your title, or how you present to the world. You have value because you are here, and we want you to have a barrier-free opportunity to live the life you want. Together, we will create a Washington State for all. And I want to say to the Palmer Scholars, congratulations! So we're in May, and I'm sure you have that. Senioritis is strong if you're still in school. And if you're not, and you're like, oh, I got to start all over again, or I'm going to this trade school or this 2 or 4 year school, right? I remember feeling that. You got this. You got this. In your life, you may be in spaces where you may not only be the only person of color or the only person that is of the LGBT community or has a disability or other things. You may only be that, But you also may be a person of color or the other identity and come from the socioeconomic background that you do, right? Families where it was really hard to have all the stuff, but you could cover the basic necessities, and sometimes not only that. There's not a lot of folks with that kind of perspective in the spaces we're in. And you can do this, but you're needed. You are needed. In spaces where I am, sometimes I'm the only person saying the things I'm saying. And people are like, oh my gosh, you're so smart. And I'm like, no, nobody else has my background, right? And that is so important. So we need you. I need you. We need other voices like ours to be saying the things that we're saying. So then people could think that we're so smart too, right? That's gonna be great. And you can do this. So I doubted myself, and I wanna say this because it's important to me. I was one of you out here listening to some other, I'm not gonna say older person, it's disrespectful. I'm not gonna say it, okay? I was listening to somebody else talk, and they're talking about all this boring stuff like I am right now, and it doesn't matter to me, right? Because I'm young, and I got lots of energy, and I'm so cool. And as I started navigating the spaces and being the only one and doing the first, right? The first in my family, and everybody's so proud of me and all of that. At some point, it's like, yeah, but I put this barrier over myself because along the way, folks have told me I couldn't, right? The way that I stand, I have good posture. That was for my mom. Thanks, Mom. She's a stand up straight. I have good posture. I'm a direct communicator, so I just tell you, now I don't have an attitude all the time, but I just say it. I the passive speak, I don't do that, right? And I don't have a poker face either, so if you ask me to play poker, I know you're trying to get something out of me, okay? Because what you see is what you get with me. If I'm happy, you're gonna see it. If I'm not happy, you're gonna see that too, and you're gonna hear it in my tone, right? And so for a lot of folks, I'm 5'11" without any help on any heels or anything. That's intimidating, right? And I was intimidated. I was intimidating to other people. And as a black woman, right, we're always angry, I guess, and we're always intimidating. And so that was something that then was put onto me that I didn't know how to navigate because why I was the first. Couldn't go and ask so-and-so, like, hey, what do I do with this situation, right? But luckily I did come across a couple of mentors who were able to pour into me along the way throughout my life. But when I got into this role, I had the opportunity to get into the role I'm in right now as a director. It was still like, you can't, you're not good enough. There's something you don't have. There's something that they have that you don't. So I just want you to know, and I like telling, I don't like to, but I tell this story because I think it's important for us as youth and students to know this, that the people that are on the stage that you listen to, they have struggled with their self-doubt as well. You are enough. You are brilliant. We need you, and don't let anybody tell you differently. I'm here because of numerous people who poured into me along the way. It doesn't mean I didn't work hard. Like this idea that, oh, there's a self-made billionaire or whatever, this is not real, right? It doesn't take away from the hard work that I did. I worked hard. Nobody gets anywhere on their own, and that is okay. Ask for help when you need it. You'll have an easier time, I promise, than having to struggle on your own. We all need help, and we are here to help each other. So I want to, I think that's what I wanted to say here today. I did say I was a Palmer Scholar, right? And it was a while ago, right? So I got to meet Merle and the family and all that. And I just want to say what Palmer Scholars meant to me. My mentor was Brian Burks, and he always says I didn't need a mentor, but I did. I needed him. And it was a great opportunity for folks to expose me to different opportunities. College gave me, I went to Williams College in Massachusetts. Probably you haven't heard of it, it's fine. But it is the #1 liberal arts school in the country, or when I went it was in Massachusetts. Oh, one person, okay. Yeah. Yeah, in Williamstown, Massachusetts. Yep, that's where I went. And now, I mean, it opened my mind because I'm from Tacoma, Washington, born and raised. My family's from California, so the extent of my travel was driving from Washington through Oregon to California, and from California to Oregon to Washington. That's what my travel was. And so I wanted to get off the West Coast just to see what else was out there. And this was home. I was always going to come back home, but I wanted to see what else was out there. And the world opened to me. I learned that I like to travel. And so we did a lot of that, especially to other countries, and just learning the cultures, right? Your mind gets exposed to, like, one of the lessons I had was, I was talking to some students, I was like, we're all black in here. And she's like, I'm not black, I'm Trinidadian. And I was like, Trinidadian, oh, okay. So I learned, right, that ethnicity matters. And there's life lessons like that you can only learn by the exposure. And so whether you choose to go to a 2-year college, go to a trade, it's important to continue learning in your education. Trades are a really good opportunity to get into right now because they pay good, solid careers, and we need those living wage jobs. Some of the stuff we're looking into at the Office of Equity getting into, because part of the problem is that our wages haven't kept up over, now see, I'll just start talking forever, but our wages haven't kept up over time, right? So now it costs so much to do things, but people don't have, they're working 2 and 3 jobs and still can't figure out which bills not to pay, right? So there's a lot of things that we have to change from a systems perspective, and I encourage you all, especially you, please vote. Let me just say it, please vote. Yeah. And I encourage you to really understand the policies you're supporting, because they will have impacts. They will have consequences, either good or bad. For folks who are struggling with young kids and trying to support their lives and get educated, they have impacts. So please, I'm not going to stay long, just vote. But Palmer's meant a lot for me. It meant a lot for the people who I knew who went through Palmer's, and for the youth who are going to be here today. There is a lot of other resources, so with my last maybe minute or two, I don't know, I brought some of my colleagues from the state and one from the Washington State Student Achievement Council. I think it's important to connect us to information, and so she's going to talk about a couple of resources. Washington State is an amazing state for the resources that it provides to folks going to college, and oftentimes people in my community where I'm from, we don't know those opportunities exist. So I just wanted her to share with a couple of minutes to share some of the things that are that we have available in Washington State. And please, if it's interesting to you, or you want to, because we want to make sure every kid goes through school without loans, right? Without loans. So she's going to come and talk about a couple of things that are available. And if you have questions, she said I could say this, please come and talk to her afterwards, and make sure you get connected, because that knowledge is so important. Thank you.
So I'm not quite 5'11", so I'm going to have to bring this down just a little bit. Thank you so much, Megan, for the time, and everybody. My name is Sarah Weiss. Weiss is nice. You can remember our time together that way. I'm with the Washington Student Achievement Council, or WASAC, which is a state agency that focuses really on supporting students through college, training, education, whatever your post-secondary plan or post-high school plan is. And we do that with a couple resources through the state that we administer. The first one that I want you all to remember is the Washington College Grant, or WA Grant. Who's heard of that? Glad to see some hands, awesome. But WA Grant is one of the most, if not the most, generous financial aid program in the country. It can support students through apprenticeship programs, 2-year, 4-year, technical programs, so many options at over 65 colleges and universities and programs here in Washington. And so to those of you who are students, if no matter what you're thinking about your plan for after high school, remember WA Grant, because it's there to support you. Megan was saying that you've got this. Well, Washington has got you, right, in supporting your funding education opportunities. Yeah, thanks. The second thing I want to mention quickly is that there are people and resources to help you through the process, 2 of whom are also here today from WASAC. I see some smiles as I get there ready. But Isaac and Joel, can you just wave, please? Awesome, thank you. Because if you have questions about the application process or how to access WA Grant or other programs, where to even start, please come find us. Please talk to us. You'll see me with a backpack on. It's because I've got stuff for you. I want to talk to you. We want to share the love about Wagram and other opportunities. And third and finally, I just want to remind you that, as Megan was saying, that, Washington needs you. We need Washingtonians to come and study in Washington, bring their talents and their expertise to the communities in Washington, which is why there's so many funding opportunities here. And so come find me. Sarah Weiss is nice. You don't necessarily need to remember Wasak. You can remember Weiss is nice. That's perfect. And Isaac and Joel, we're here to help you through the process. With any questions, no matter what it is, please come find us. And thanks for the opportunity to share this evening. Thanks so much.
Community and mentorship is important because for me, that's really all I had, because at home it was dysfunction. I grew up around drugs, I grew up around abuse, neglect, all of the above that you can probably think of. I didn't want that to just be my story. And I feel like I knew at a young age that you could make this be a reason why you don't turn out to be a good person in this world, or you can make this be a reason why you actually do. So when Palmer Scholars came along, I felt like I saw people that, one, looked like me, and two, really cared about me, cared about my well-being, gave me advice, gave me support, and them filling in those gaps really helped me a lot, because I already knew I was going places, but to have some people who were grown but look like me help me just really gave me hope that there are people out there that care. And that's what made me want to do that in the future, be one of those people that care. I went to the University of Washington from 2011 to 2015. I graduated with my BA in Early Childhood and Family Studies, and I majored in diversity. So coming back and working for Palmer Scholars was like a dream come true. It was like a full circle moment. Like, this is a program that helped me get to college, helped me stay in college, and then employed me. I was able to tell people my story who were scholars in the program and just let them know, like, hey, I went to Lincoln. I probably have a similar story that you had. I've seen a lot growing up. I've seen a lot of violence, but look at me now. I'm working. I bought my first house a couple years ago. Like, I am breaking all these generational curses, and if I did it, you can too. That's why I came back. I wanted to help see if I could be a big change in their story as well. And I'm still a part of the team. I work part-time as the health and fitness coach. They love to see me, but at the same time, they're like, oh, snap. Shantia's here, we're about to work out. And I'd be like, yep, so get ready. So currently I work for Sound Transit. I am a project labor agreement specialist. And then on top of that, I co-founded a nonprofit called Free Flow Fit, and it's a health and fitness nonprofit here in Pierce and King County. When I think about Palmer Scholars, I think of life-changing. Those are the two words that come to mind, because for me, that's what it was. I don't know where I would be without Palmer Scholars, and because of the support, because of the money, because of the mentorship and the family that has never ended, the impact that Palmer Scholars has is life-changing. So if you feel like you can support any way you can, if that's $50, $100, $2,000, $10,000, because some of y'all got deep pockets, do it. And you won't regret it, because people are literally changing their lives. They're now having livable wages. They're changing their families' legacies for generations to come because of your support. So don't ever think that your money is not going to good use, because I am a walking billboard for what your money can do for somebody. So thank you for your support.
Hold up, wait a minute. They brought the right one out to close us out. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna go over Denise Nicole, I'm gonna tell you that right now. I have a little script, but I'm not gonna really read off of it. I wanna read from my heart, right? My name is Shantia Whitehead. Before we get started and I say a little bit about my story and the impact that Palmer Scholars has had on my life, I wanna ask Palmer Scholars staff and family, what took y'all so long to honor me? Because, I've been doing great things for a long time now. I'm just playing. no, all jokes aside, I'm so grateful that I'm here today to just share a little bit about my story and to hopefully motivate y'all to dig deep, because that's what I'm here for. Donors, we're here, okay? All right, so I went to Lincoln High School, but before that, before I even got to Washington State, I was born in Detroit, raised in Flint. If anybody knows anything about those two cities, it's not that easy to grow up in, okay? My mom moved us out here when I was like 10 or 11, so I've lived in Washington ever since, been a Washingtonian ever since. But I didn't have the best upbringing, and I'm very transparent about that. I'm a very big open book. You can ask me anything about my story, and I'll tell you, because I'm proud of where I come from, because I am doing great things now. So I want to say a few facts about my story growing up. My father passed away when I was 7, so my mom was a single mom, living off of government assistance. She hadn't really worked a job since we moved to Washington, so Section 8, we got that. Food stamps, we got that. And we didn't have a lot of money, so I worked in high school just to get the necessities, and I had to grow up at a very young age. I had to be the woman of the household because unfortunately there was drugs going on, and a lot of that was in my family tree. I didn't have role models growing up. So my motivation growing up was honestly to be the complete opposite of what I saw. That was my motivation. I was like, I don't want to repeat this cycle. Look at these generational curses all around me. I don't want to be that. So at a very young age, I just had that spirit and that I just knew, the little version of myself just knew that I would be more and that I would change the trajectory of my family tree. I knew I would be the one. So now I can talk a little bit about myself, all right? My 9 to 5 is Sound Transit. I work for them. I'm a project labor agreement specialist. Whoop, whoop, go Sound Transit. All right? Basically what that means is I help people. I help people of color. I help women get into the trades, try to get on our projects, and stay in the trade so they can have some livable wages and so they can change their family's legacy, okay? So it's literally a full circle moment to now come from where I come from, get the support from Palmer Scholars, and actually be able to come back and work for them. I was a Palmer Pathway Navigator. I worked for the organization. Shout out to Christina. She was one of the people who hired me, and Jonathan Jackson, who's not here. And I worked full-time, and then eventually went over with Sound Transit, but still work part-time, like I said in the video, so I'm not gone. And then what else? I'm a homeowner, first in my family to secure a home, nice home, okay? I'm in Sunrise, Puyallup, baby, all right? Nice place, all right, new home. I'm also first in the family to graduate from college, right? I went to the University of Washington, go Huskies. Yes, what's up? I see some dogs in the house, whoop, whoop. All right, I went to Lincoln, gotta say go Abes, always an Abe. Yes, black and gold all day. And then now I co-founded a health and fitness nonprofit in early 2020. It's called Free Flow Fit. I have to plug my own business, like what? Shameless plug. If you would like to know more about our health and fitness nonprofit, Free Flow Fit, feel free to come and talk to me after this, all right? And yeah, I've just been able to achieve a lot of great things, and my story's not over, but I'm proof that you don't have to be a product of your environment, right? We've all heard you're a product of your environment. For most people, that might be true. But my environment was the complete opposite of what I'm doing today. I could have definitely easily been a statistic. I could have continued to do those things I saw growing up. I don't do any drugs at all. I'm not addicted to anything but helping people, okay? Right? So I'm living proof for anybody in here, especially the scholars, current, past. If you are struggling, you having self-doubt, you're like, nobody else in my family did this, that's okay, because you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. So I'm here to tell you, you can do it. And if you need a mentor, I applied to be one, Jessica. Yes, I'm gonna be a mentor, yeah. So whoever's got me, baby, we winning, all right? Okay, so now let me get to the script. All right, because Denise Nicole gonna kill me. All right. So this is the part where you got to dig deep into your wallet or your phone, because we all got everything connected to our phone these days. All right? So today we have a goal to raise $200,000 or more, right? This isn't just a number, it's a commitment to changing lives, just as mine was changed. Together, we can ensure that Palmer Scholars continues to be that bridge, that beacon of hope for countless others, just like it was for me. Now I'm going to ask our table captains, some of y'all don't even know y'all table captain, but figure it out. Take a moment to look at the pledge cards that are at your table. On these cards, you have the power to make a difference. You can choose to fill it out right here, or you can use the QR code to make your gift online. Whether it's a one-time donation or setting up a monthly giving, every contribution counts. So just think about your Netflix account or your Hulu account and just make it a Palmer account, okay? And we're gonna take this moment to discuss those monthly givings. It offers you a chance to divide your heartfelt contribution into smaller, more manageable monthly payments. So for example, if you feel compelled to give $500, that's just about $42 a month. Want to reach $1,000? That is just $84 a month. Even $200 translates to just $17 each month. Monthly gifts provide a stable, predictable source of support for Palmer Scholars, ensuring that we can continue our mission year-round. You can also set up a non-cash gift using the QR code, whether it's a donation from your donor-advised fund, a stock transfer, which I'm learning more about that, so if you know about stocks, come holler at me so I can learn about that. A gift of cryptocurrency, or even a distribution from your IRA, your generosity can take many forms. This allows us to support Palmer Scholars in a way that aligns with your financial strategy. So, if you are wondering how much money can you donate, or if this money is going to good use, I promise you it is. This is an organization that actually cares. It's not just the money. Obviously, we need it, so keep digging while I'm talking. But this organization actually cares. I'm proof that it never leaves you. I graduated from high school 2011. I'm young, baby. I'm real young. Yes. Yes. But they have still been around. We're still in contact. Now I work for the organization, and I'm still here to support. So your money goes a long way for generations to come. All right? My future kids are going to be a part of Palmer Scholars in some way, okay? All right, so please donate as much as you can. Thank you for your time, and come see me if you want to learn more about me. All right? Thank you.
All right, we don't want to lose you just yet, okay? We're getting to the end of our program. Thank you all for being a part of Stand Up and Cheer tonight. We've had an incredible time together, filled with inspiring scholar stories and a mission we must continue to drive forward tirelessly. But before we say our goodbyes, it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for, the raffle drawing. But first, we want to extend a massive thank you to our sponsors for their generosity. How about a round of applause for our sponsors again? Thank you. And to our sponsors for providing these amazing prizes. Each ticket represents not a chance to win, but also your support for Palmer Scholars. So as we draw the winning tickets, let's keep that energy high. And remember, whether you win or not tonight, your presence has really made a difference. All right, so without further delay, let's get our first prize. Okay. Oh, I wonder if we should wait. That one's a good one now. I'm just okay. We're gonna okay. This is a great one. This is for the Alaska Airlines tickets. Okay. So if you put in for this one, we're gonna draw that winner right now for the Alaska Airline tickets. That's the one right there. Okay. Get your raffle tickets out. Are you ready? The number is 682265. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, I'm holding on to this one. Will you hold that just like that? Perfect, okay. Perfect. Our next prize, the Seahawks training camp tickets. I love going to that event. It's very fun. So if you haven't been to the training camp, this will be your opportunity. Let's see who our winner is. There we go. Okay, the number is 682211. Oh, she's excited. Congratulations. You're going to Seahawks training camp. All right, we've got two more here. All right, for the cruise around Bud Inlet. Okay, let's see who our cruise winner is going to be. All right, the ticket number is 682209. 682209. You won again? Okay. Well, congratulations. Okay, we're going to shake it. Okay. Hold that one. And then last one. All right. The last raffle prize is the flight simulator. So we're going to draw for the flight simulator. Okay, get your tickets. It's 682036. 682036. Hey, right there in the front. Congratulations. Thank you. Lastly, again, we couldn't have done this without you. We wish you safe travels home. We hope to see you again at our next event. Thank you and have a great evening.